We are looking at the topic of probability, and we are specifically focusing on the examinable content in grades 10 to 12 in the South African Capital Line curriculum. Today's video is of course made possible by the Imaad Isaacs Foundation and the Youth Academy for Leadership Excellence. So let's get right into it. What is probability? It is simply the likelihood of something happening or something being true. It is usually assigned a value between 0 and 1. And if it is assigned a value of 0, it is considered an impossible event, an impossibility, something that cannot take place or something that cannot happen. Okay, so that occurs over here. Is anything assigned a value of 0 is considered an impossibility. And if it is assigned a value of 1, this is what we call a certain event, right? Or a certainty. A certain event. Okay, the probabilities of the possible outcomes in what we call a sample space, it's all the likely things or possible things that could happen must sum up to 1. And so that's your basic introduction to probability, right? Now, although we assign a value between 0 and 1, you can also think of probability being assigned values in terms of percentages. So if something is given a 0 chance of happening, we consider this to be also 0%. If it is given a 1 or a certain event, we consider this to be a 100% likelihood. In other words, it is a certain event. Now, something that is assigned a value of 0.5 or a half, right? A half is equal to 0.5, and this is also equal to what we would say 50%. This is considered an event that is equally likely to occur or to be true or not to be true or not to occur. It is something that could happen, and at the same time it is also something that could possibly not happen, right? It's got an equally likely chance of happening or not happening. Okay, so that's the basic introduction to probability. If I had to say something has a 0.2 chance of occurring, that's exactly the same as saying 2 out of 10, which is exactly the same as saying 220 out of 100, which, as you know, is exactly the same as saying 20%. And so something that has a 0.2 chance of occurring is actually just a 20% chance of taking place. Okay.